Hello, friends, and welcome back to r/IDontWorkHereLady. And in today's video, you'll see first a story about a crazy lady in the store, then a story about Karen who threatened her husband would shut down the store if they didn't fire someone who didn't actually work there, and our third story is about a lady who can't tell the difference between two brothers in a restaurant and demands the owner to call for a manager. So if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss a new video every single day, and move on to our first story. It appears I meet the requirements. Welcome to Boxmart. I'm the guy in black scrubs and a lanyard that says FBI crime scene do not cross attached to a badge with not this place. Never mind, I'm with my wife and kid. Twice I wander off to grab something we skipped or forgot, and twice randoms ask me where to find things. Frozen veggies, frozen seafood section, both oddly placed IMO. Both times I said, I'm not too sure, I don't work here, and I try to avoid this place, sorry, and on we go. Now I'm reaching atop a high shelf to get a meal replacement drink because I often need to not feel hunger pain while not having time to properly handle it. I'm reading the label and chatting with my wife about it. Spidey sense fails me. Wife looks up behind me a couple of times and I don't register that I've applied for a new job. She tugs my sleeve and clears a path for Karen, saying, "Scooch over, babe. I think she needs in." And I move while turning and saying, "Sorry, lost in the label." My application has been accepted. I'm hired and start my new position 15 seconds ago. I receive a verbal warning for conduct immediately. When you're done messing around, I need you to show me where the irrelevant item is. You useless kids just point and send me the wrong way. Took about 10 full seconds of blinking, thinking, and checking my outfit to realize all you need is a lanyard of any kind to get a job here. Coincidentally, it takes the same amount of time for a wild Karen to ignore all the signs present and become enraged at not having their demands met with groveling. Are you useless too? Let's go. I need a relevant item. So I gave my wife a good solid kiss. She blinked and stared confused. Be back in a sec, beautiful. Be good for mommy, buddy. Kiddo doesn't think much, but wifey catches on. Really? Okay then, have fun. So I check my badge again just to see if the ignition kicks on for Karen. Appears to run on steam, and the coal fire is heating up. I'm pretty new, but we'll find it. Right this way, ma'am. She made it down 4 aisles that most definitely wouldn't have what she wanted before mentioning my incompetence. I can't see why they put you in charge. I can't help but agree. I'm right there with you, ma'am. Seems like a major oversight. So she follows me through pet food, by the fish, through shoes. She draws the line at electronics. I'm looking for a relevant food item. Why would you take me here? There's no food back here at all. It's been fun, but I'm bored, and she's either gonna get the point shortly or never. Yeah, you're probably right. Maybe we should get someone that works here. Should we try at the register? They can probably call a manager from there. It looks like the at-will employment in my state kicked in. She walked off toward the food, and I haven't received next week's schedule. I'm not hurt, though. Pay was terrible. Writing style is legendary. And our next story. You're wearing a cafe apron? You must help me in this shop. For context, I work in a cafe. Along the road is a small shop that's kind of a supermarket, but it's kind of small. Nothing fancy, but it's where you can go to get your shopping if we run out of something in the cafe. I'm one to go get it from this shop, and the area I work in is known for entitled rich white people. Fun. CL is crazy lady, E is employee, M is manager, and me is Danny DeVito. So, I was working when we ran out of bagels because it's been a busy day and some old lady has to have a bagel with a wine. That's another story. I head over in my apron, which has the name of the cafe embroidered on the front in bold white letters on the denim apron. So I get in, grab the bagels, and I hear a woman clearing her throat behind me. Excuse me? Me. Yes. CL. I need these items. She shoved a shopping list in my face. Go get them for me. Me. What? CL. Oh, just do your job. It's literally the easiest thing to do. No wonder you dropped out of school. You're too thick to work anywhere else. So now I'm dumbfounded at this point. The woman came up to me and expected me to help her. On top of that, she expects an employee to shop for her. And I'm not even an employee. I'm wearing my apron and hoodie underneath because the workstation can get freezing since it's next to an open window, and this is Scotland. And the employees here all wear bright blue polo shirts with name tags. Also, as a side note, I finished school when a lot of my friends didn't. I'm one of 3 people in my friend group from school to do so. Now, I've always been pretty anxious, so this interaction was making me uncomfortable. Me. I don't work here. CL. Don't effing lie to me, I see your apron. At this point, I kinda just bolt and pay for the bagels and get back to work. Done, right? Nope. Later, we need cream cheese. I go over again, and CL greets me with her finger in my face. This is the boy who attacked me. He tried to steal my shopping. I can see a manager is with her, and she has the biggest crap-eating grin. M. This man? CL. Yes, have him fired. M. Did you attack this woman? I'm panicking at this, and I get anxious easy so I can barely speak. CL. Why are you talking to this idiot? I demand he be fired. M. Ma'am, he's not my employee. I can't sack him. That's when the cashier who served me earlier came up and explained everything as he'd seen it all, and the manager asked me if it was true. I'd calmed down, thanks to the employee backing me up. Me. Yeah, that's what happened. M. Ma'am, you harassed this young man. I'm going to have to ask you to leave. CL, screaming like she had a microphone in her throat. Fine, my husband will hear about the abuse you've put me through. Say goodbye to your shop. And she leaves. The manager gave me the cream cheese for free as an apology as he likes the cafe I work at, and the employee said to me, oh, some people are ridiculous. Me. Tell me about it. The story continues. I was in that shop today to get some vegetables, and who do I see but CL with her husband. She stayed well away, but pointed me out to her husband with the biggest I won FU look on her face as he walked up to me. To mine and her utter shock, the husband apologized for his wife's behavior and gave me a tenner to say sorry. Best part was seeing this B-word's dumbfounded look. And our third story for today. Karen mistakes me for my brother and flips out. So a little background info. The other day, I was going to where my brother works, this somewhat high-end restaurant. He works as a waiter, and we're only about 2 years apart and looked somewhat familiar, but not super alike. Anyway, he'd left his phone in my car before he started his shift, so I was bringing it to him. I was dressed up in a button-down with a green tie with a jacket and khakis, and the waitstaff wears black pants, white button-downs with black ties. So I wasn't dressed similarly to them at all. Okay, so now on to the story. I was texting one of my brother's co-workers to try and figure out where my brother was as I was waiting in the lobby. I was sitting down on the bench because he was taking forever, which was expected because he was waiting on several tables at the time. Since I figured it'd take a while, I decided to check Instagram. Then after about 5 minutes, this woman walks up to me, and I kid you not, she is the definition of a Karen, just based on her looks. I mean, she was the whole package. The short spiky hair, the Goyard purse, the Michael Kors watch, the snakeskin shoes, even the innocent kid and husband by her side. Anyways, this lady stands right above me like 4 inches away, so I'm already uncomfortable. She's just standing there, staring at my phone as I scroll through my Instagram feed. I moved down the bench a little bit because I thought maybe I took her seat or something. I don't know. I'm not the most confrontational person in the world, so I didn't say anything right away. After I move over, she also moves over and continues to stare at my Instagram feed. At this point, I can't stand the awkwardness, so I put my phone down and look up at her and kindly ask, "Can I help you with something?" She looks absolutely furious after I say this. She then proceeds to tell me in the most sarcastic and aggressive tone, yes, you could get back to work and get me my damn food. While she says this, she points her finger in my face, almost touching me. I then try to explain to her that I don't work there, and I was just bringing my brother his phone, and I was dressed up for a date that I had later that evening. She continued to tell me how I'm trying to sell her bullcrap, and she's not going to buy it, and how I shouldn't take my break in the middle of waiting tables, and how lazy and disgusting of a human being I am. Her exact words. At this point, she's not really yelling, but she's talking really, really loud, and this gets the attention of the host, and she steps in and tries to explain to Karen that I don't work there, and now her husband is trying to calm her down, and her kid is just left alone at their table. My brother's still nowhere to be found, and my anxiety is shooting through the roof. So I'm getting chewed out by this Karen I've never ever seen before, and the poor host is doing her best to defuse the situation, but Karen's just not having it. At this point, she starts straight up yelling and says something like, "You shouldn't be defending this lazy bum just because he's your boy toy." Believe it or not, she says those 5 famous words. "I need a manager now." So the host calls the manager over, but he was already on his way after hearing the screaming, and at this point, everybody's looking at us. My brother's finally found his way over to me. The manager shows Karen my brother and reassures her that I don't work there. He tells her that she needs to either calm down immediately and go back to her table or leave the restaurant. She then says this is a waste of her time, and we were trying to trick her into thinking that I was her waiter and trying to make her mad. She then throws $30 in my face for the food they ordered and stormed out with her husband and kid following frantically behind. Her husband stays back for a second and said he's so sorry about her behavior and explains that she didn't take her medicine the past 3 days and then gave my brother an extra $15 as a tip. I explained to my brother and his manager exactly what happened and why the Karen was flipping out, and finally I give my brother his phone. The manager thanked me for handling the situation responsibly and apologized for me having to go through that. I tell him it's no big deal, but he still gave me a coupon for 2 free meals, so that was a nice bonus. The whole thing happened a couple months ago, and my brother does still work there. He says he hasn't seen her since, though. Well, I hope your date went well, and thank you all for watching the video to the end, and I'll see you in the next one.